What's up, my friends? So it is midnight right now, so we're gonna go ahead and start Wednesday's vlog right now. I'm a little freaked out, to be honest. There's coons running around all outside. I got scared. I'm not really scared anymore, but I already planned to drive down to Boca Chica. We gotta be there for sunrise. This little espresso machine is absolutely awesome. Look at that froth it left behind. Border Patrol just stopped me. They wanted to see in the back of the van. I mean, it is midnight. I'm riding around by the border. I asked him if there were a lot of people in here, and he said yes, but he also told me that most of them are just passing through, that they very, very rarely run into someone violent. Hey man, thanks for doing your job. I'm driving the van on the border. Why not, brah?
Oh yeah, baby. We caught it this morning. Same gig, time-lapse, inspire, fly up the channel and catch sunrise. And I'm gonna set this camera up for time-lapse too. That's beautiful. Following the forecast for clear weather work. Sunrise was beautiful, let me just say that. And we got some really cool shots out of it. But we have an issue. This arm kind of bent and the blade started breaking right here. I replaced it once and now it's loose. But can't fly like this. It went nuts trying to land, absolutely nuts. Like, it wouldn't stop, and I tried to manually shut the motor down, and it was still going, and then finally it stopped. Crashed into the box. Yeah. Don't leave the camera, no! I keep forgetting to turn this stupid microphone on. I'm not getting the audio that I want. It's high tide. We're driving on the beach. That's a Texas thing. I grew up doing it. I thought it was normal, and then I went to Carolina and found out that it's not. But we're doing it today, and we didn't get stuck. We drove out here and back at high tide without getting stuck. Well, I've passed this guy 4 times now, and I just gotta say, rest in peace, Mr. Porpoise. Fought a good fight. A lot of sharks, ate a lot of fish, quite possibly entertained a lot of people. Porpoises are awesome. They go out and have fun. And they're predators. We see them as such friendly animals, but they're predators. Just like we are. They're also mammals, and they enjoy sex. And I think that it was a little bit strange, but I just saw the penis of a porpoise. I keep forgetting the stories about the Rio Grande and not the beach. I'm really a beach bum at heart. Pelicans, seagulls. It feels like road hunting almost. Like, I got the camera right here. Like, stop, throw it in park, jump out. You can see the condos on South Padre Island out passenger side window. Hey man, Boca Chica welcomes you! Orale! That's South Padre back there. And then there's this huge, like, bay. And these weird looking antennas. Oh dude, there was a coyote walking out here. I don't know what you'd call this. Some type of flat. The mud is like really silty. So there's also wind turbines out there. So they got wind turbines, oil, Mexico's right here. It's a beach, so there's fishing. Talk about a lot of natural resources and cheap Mexican food. I mean, that is always a plus, and it's good too. It's like authentic. I had some yesterday. It was a potato with meat on top of it, which was a little bit strange. I'd never really had it before. And then tacos with meat and like a thick layer of queso fresco. I think it was queso fresco. It's that white cheese. It's kind of Yeah, it was delicious. All I got's a 100mm lens, and that coyote was way out there, so I didn't get a super good shot of him. But if the drone was flying, we could have gone and hung out with him. We could have run across this open space and really lived with the dogs, you know what I mean? Small Torx holding the control arm that takes the landing gear up and down. Boss man told me to take it apart and try to figure out what's wrong. Before we left Brownsville, I wanted to at least try to figure out what's wrong, and just tightening that screw seems to have, it's holding. So I think we're good to fly. Just gotta put a new propeller on. Always make sure you just line up the same colors. All right. So there were some extra propellers in both of these cases. I highly recommend always carrying extra propellers, because you never know when you're going to hit something stupid, gravel, dirt, a rock. If it doesn't land right, it'll crack one, and if you have another one, you don't have to stop flying. I'm also really glad that we got these wrenches now, because they fit most of the bolts on various drones, like the Mavic and the Inspire. So we're going to throw the batteries on the charger and take off back down to Santa Ana, get our static shot, and then I think we're going to Lake Falcon. I'm an idiot. I think those rigs out there are landed offshore drilling rigs. Black streaks in the sand are oil that builds up there from spills in the past. The higher quality the recording equipment, the more settings there are, and something on the microphone wasn't set right, so all of the audio was peaking out, sounding like this. Place in Boca Chica, where the river meets the sea. It's where the Rio Grande comes into the ocean, the termination point of one of the most famous rivers in the world, obviously because it divides America and Mexico. All of the aerial photography you see in this vlog was shot with the Mavic Pro. I took a nap on the beach, and when I woke up to fly the Inspire 2, there was no image transmission. It was frustrating because the sunset was beautiful, and it was the only clear day in a 10-day forecast for Boca Chica. I got frustrated and left the beach, returning later that night. I just went and took some pictures of the stars down at Boca Chica, and those Mexicans with the jet ski are stuck. They have a whole crew out there trying to get it out of the water. It's really nerve-wracking to be out here in the dark. I mean, for one, we're alone, and then for two, the border. And I really think Hollywood and the news are the reason that we have a fear of the border. I don't know if, obviously the cartel violence is bad, but I really don't think the majority of people actually crossing the border are violent. That's more of the corruption in Mexico. And even then, you've got to have a reason for them to want to mess with you. You have to have done something to affect them, because they don't want to bring trouble on themselves for no reason. Going out and killing is not a sport, it's business usually. Anyways, just some thoughts on it. I've had enough of this day. The drone camera would not connect tonight, so we still haven't gotten one last shot of Boca Chica.